Where to, Cap? Headquarters?
No, the airport. I've got to catch a plane for Washington.
Gonna be gone long?
I don't know, maybe a month, maybe 6.
Lord, that's bad news for me. Looks like the finance company's gonna grab another jalopy.
Things aren't that tough for you, are they, Chuck?
Well, whenever you're out of town, I'm lucky to average $1.50 a day. This bus eats that much up in oil. Where are you gonna stop in Washington, Cap, in case I have to put the bite on you?
Embassy Apartments on K Street.
Embassy Apartments on K Street. I better write that down before I forget it. Embassy. Is there 1 C or 2 C's in Embassy?
3.
Embassy Apartments. Mr. Madison, just a moment, please.
Hello, Madison speaking. Oh. All right, Captain, thanks. Goodbye. Captain Martin sending over that file. And now, what were you saying, Colonel?
Oh, Gregory, that letter from the board.
When we meet him tomorrow.
I'll see you then.
All right.
Call me if you change your plans.
Get me a taxi cab, will you, please? Thank you. Want to go to the main post office?
Where is it?
I don't know. I'm a stranger here, don't you know?
No, Cap. I just got in.
What are you doing here?
Now, Cap, don't get sore. There was no use in me staying back there all by myself. Besides, you can't operate without me. You know that. Well, I wouldn't trust you with the drivers in this town, as much as your life is worth to ride with them.
Very thoughtful.
Now, wait. Just a minute. Now, if you give me the key, and I'll run up in your apartment and put the bag away, and we'll go try and find that post office, huh? Thanks. I'll be right back. Wait. Mr. James Madison's residence. Huh? Oh, hello, Ox. Did you get my message? Yeah, I called you at the ice plant as soon as I got in. How's it going, pal? Say, that ain't a bad idea. Sure, I'm working. Don't know what night I get off yet. If it's Thursday night, you can bet I'll be there. Don't tell me you got the gals dated up already. What have you got lined up for me? Oh, no. I'll take the Norwegian. Well, I gotta be going, Ox. Call you in the morning. So long, pal. Oh, boy. I bet I get the brig for this.
Good old Navy chow, eh, Chef?
Oh, I guess I need a little practice.
Yeah.
You know, it's 9 years since I was almost chef on the Wyoming.
Well, you're not going to practice on me. Say, where'd you get the outfit?
I grabbed it a year ago when I thought I was getting hitched.
What happened?
She took a powder on me, married a line tamer. I bet he had his hands full trying to make her jump through the hoops. But she was a swell number.
Come on, snap out of it. Let's go out and eat.
What, like this?
No, I'll tell you what. Heads I change, tails you do. You do. Make my steak rare. He likes his well done. Oh, I think I'll have an oyster cocktail. Want one, Chuck?
Oh, now, Cap, you know I don't drink. Would that be all set?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. That's all. What's the matter? Did I pull another one, Cap?
No, I was just thinking something funny.
You make me laugh. A healthy guy like you taking pills all the time.
Well, I'm not lucky enough to have a stomach like yours. You can digest carpet tacks.
Yeah.
Lieberman. Otto Lieberman. That's what it looks like.
I can't give you much on that one. You had to take 3 extra looks and then you ain't sure.
Well, if it is, I know what fooled me. He's using a razor now. I wonder if it is Lieberman.
Hold it, Senator. Come on, a big smile.
Say, Chuck.
Yeah?
Get that photographer over here.
Sure.
Thanks very much, sir. Very
Not
kind.
at all, boy.
Hey, Bud. No. He wants to see you.
What do you want?
You want to make $10?
Who don't?
Well, I want to get a picture of that fellow over there.
What fellow?
Next to the table that you just photographed. Look, I'll show you. See the guy wearing the glasses?
It's a cinch.
I don't want him to know you're taking it. And there's an extra 10 in it for you if you get me that negative in print.
It's practically in the soup.
Okay, Bud.
Excuse me, Senator. My shutter was a little off on that last shot. You mind if I take another?
Certainly not, my boy.
That's Senator Wilson. If there is anything he loves, it's getting his picture taken. Watch him. Turn on that smile.
Ready, Senator? Hold it. Thank you very much, Senator. I won't bother you any more tonight.
No trouble at all, son. No trouble at all.
I got it.
You stay here. When our friend leaves trading, I want to know where he lives. I'll see you at the apartment.
Well, what about your steak?
You eat it.
There is a similarity there, Madison. But I still don't think he's Lieberman. According to the records, he was killed with 7 other passengers in that plane crash near Kansas City about 3 years ago.
Well, in spite of all that, sir, I still think I'm right. Here, now, let me show you what I mean.
That certainly makes the resemblance more striking, but you know what it means Lieberman's still alive.
Yes, sir, that he murdered 8 people in that plane crash. Amongst them someone who was riding under his name so that he could be declared officially dead.
He was facing 3 serious federal charges at the time.
Well, if he was clever enough to get away with that crash, it's possible he's got something to do with this case.
If Lieberman is alive, there's no telling what he's up to. He was an international headache for years.
I got it, Cap.
Oh, swell, let's have it.
His name is Dr. Frederick Haskell. He lives at the Jackson Hotel, room 1122. Here, I got it all written down for
Oh,
you.
thank you very much.
Oh, that's all right.
Ever hear of him?
No.
Well, I managed to get his fingerprints. That'll settle things.
Who's he?
Oh, he worked with me on the coast. He's okay.
Sure.
Positive.
Mr. Henry Gregory's room, please. Hello, Mr. Gregory? This is Haskell. Right, I'll be right up. What's the number? 523. Thank you. Mr. Gregory? Yes, Haskell. How do you do, Dr. Haskell? How do you do? Come in. Thank you. Hello, Lane.
Doctor?
Sit down. Thank you. Well, Lane, what success have you had with the government?
Well, very little. In fact, none at all. I just gave Mr. Gregory a letter from him. They don't seem very enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic. They're not interested at all. Here, read this.
bad. I thought I had something that might be of use to the government. I didn't want to make a lot of money on it. I felt my patriotic duty to offer it to them. Actually, gentlemen, the Gregory plane is going to make most of its money through commercial and private aviation.
I agree with you. That's why I want to buy into your company.
I think it can be arranged.
But my offer of 200,000 is for 51%.
Oh, well, of course, Doctor. That gives you control of the company.
Naturally.
I can't do that without consulting my partner. He's out in California.
Well, why don't you wire him to come on?
We could get together next Monday and settle it one way or the other.
All right, I'll do that tonight.
Meanwhile, Lane, you get busy on the details.
Mr. Gregory?
Yes.
Well, my name's Madison, James Madison. I'm with the government.
How do you do, Mr. Madison? Did you come in?
Thank you, sir.
Sit down.
Thank you, sir. I think I've met you before. You're from California, aren't you?
Yes.
I thought so. Connected with the Gregory aircraft?
That's right.
Uh-huh. Now I remember. It was at the shrine ceremonial in Bakersfield.
Well, I hope you'll forgive me for not remembering you. That was a pretty hectic week for me.
Well, Mr. Gregory, I just want to ask you a few questions. You may regard them as personal, but in the present emergency, we find it necessary to probe into many things.
I'll be glad to cooperate.
Mr. Haskell and Mr. Lane just left here, didn't they?
Yes.
What's the nature of their business with you?
It's in connection with my plane. Mr. Lane has been trying to interest the Defense Board in it, and Dr. Haskell wants to buy an interest in my company.
And what's the board's attitude? Any objection if I keep this?
Not at all.
How long have you known these two men?
Well, when I came to Washington 3 months ago, I hired Lane to help me put my proposition over. Today is the first time I met Haskell.
Is that an interest to Dr. Haskell?
Not yet. I have to get the approval of my partner. I'm wiring him tonight to come on immediately.
Mm-hmm, I see.
What's this all about?
Well, you see, these men are under suspicion by the government. Now, their interest in your plane may be legitimate, but on the other hand, there might be something in it that doesn't appear on the surface. If you'll cooperate with me, Mr. Gregory, I'll appreciate it.
Well, if there's anything wrong, it's my duty to help you.
That's fine. Thank you, sir. Now, tell me, about this partner of yours, do they know him? Have they ever seen him?
No.
Well, that makes it easier. Would you have any particular objection if I posed as your partner?
Well,
You see, in that way, I can get closer to these two men and find out the things that we both want to know.
under the circumstances, why not?
Okay. Now, Mr. Gregory, if you'd be kind enough to acquaint me with the technical aspects of your business so that I know what I'm talking about.
Why, certainly. Here's a model of the plane over here.
Thank you.
Here it is.
Uh-huh.
Our patents make mass production relatively easy. It's a plastic plane. Many parts that are ordinarily handmade, we cast. In some cases, we combine as many as 5 or 6 operations in one. In that way...
By the way, what's your partner's name?
Robert Edmonds.
Robert Edmonds, eh?
That's right.
You spell that E-D-M-O-N-D-S or E-D-M-U-N-D-S?
M-U-N-D-S.
Thank you.
Now, you see,
Rita, there's a man named Robert Edmonds here from California in connection with the big airplane deal that I'm trying to put over. Now, I want you to help me entertain him and make his stay here as pleasant as possible.
What's he like? Is he good looking?
Does it make any difference?
No, but it helps. Any particular accent this time?
No. Just be your own charming self.
Thank you, kind sir.
You'd better go up to the lodge. My sister's already there. I'm going to meet Edmonds today, and I'll have him up there for the weekend.
Righto. Do you want me to drive in my own car?
No, I'll have Matthews bring you up.
How are you, Rita?
Hello, Dr. Haskell.
Doug.
Gregory just phoned me. They're waiting for us.
Oh, that's fine. You'll run along, Rita.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, Rita, there's a little bonus in this for you if you put this one over.
In that case, he doesn't have to be so good looking.
Come on, let's get over to the Somerset.
That sounds all right to me, Mr. Lane. It's not the money end of it that I'm arguing about. I think Dr. Haskell's offer is very fair, don't you, Henry?
yes, I do, Bob. More than fair.
But I hesitate to give up the control, which is what we'd be doing if we accept the proposition.
Well, theoretically, Madison, you're right, of course. But you would remain substantially interested. And after all, you and Mr. Gregory would be running the business.
And I promise not to interfere in any way. This is an investment, quite a large investment, and I'd be foolish to do anything which might jeopardize it.
I don't think we need worry about getting along with Dr. Haskell, Bob.
Well, of course, Dr. Haskell, it's nothing personal. It's purely a business principle. I have to consider what could happen under such a setup.
Well, I'm afraid you're worrying unnecessarily.
Well, maybe I am, but I'd like a couple of days to mull it over. Something wrong with your drink, Doctor?
I can't stand scotch.
Did you ask for bourbon? Of course you did. I beg your pardon. Here, let me fix you another.
Thank you.
Well, Colonel, I guess there's no doubt that Otto Lieberman is still with us.
Nice work, Madison. This may be the link the other boys suspected but couldn't develop.
That forged letter from the Defense Board that Lane flashed on Gregory proves that they don't want the government to see the plane. That can only mean one thing. They're dealing with foreign agents.
I think you've hit it. Do you want any help?
Now, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to carry on alone for a while.
All right.
I'm moving in with Gregory for appearance's sake, and I'm leaving in a few minutes to spend the weekend at Lane's Lodge, so you may not hear from me for a few days.
Captain Madison, your car is waiting, sir.
What was that?
I said, Captain Madison, your car is waiting, sir.
Listen, lunkhead. You're working for a guy by the name of Robert Edmonds. Get it? Robert Edmonds.
Oh, gee, I forgot. What was it?
Robert Edmonds.
Robert Edmonds. Robert Edmonds. Robert Edmonds. Robert Edmonds. Well, I'll never remember it. I guess I'll just have to keep on calling you Cap.
He's a riot, isn't he?
And, Marcia, do you remember the time that Senator Wilson and his wife were here?
Oh, yes. And she asked Hobbs to bring some warm milk for for the beautiful striped kitty that was sitting in her windowsill.
I don't get it.
It wasn't a kitty at all.
Oh, very funny.
No more, thank you.
Sodium magnesium salicylate, eh?
Yes, I've taken them for years.
They're about as good as anything, I guess.
And now, if you ladies would excuse us, we have some business to talk over.
Oh, no, you don't. No business tonight. Mr. Edmonds and Mr. Gregory will be here for 3 days. How about some fresh air, Mr. Edmonds?
Well,
All right, all right. Run along, you two. Tomorrow's time enough.
Thank you. Come on, Mr. Edmonds.
What do you think of him?
If I were 10 years younger, you wouldn't need Rita.
Smoke?
You? I love it out here. So quiet and peaceful. Don't you think?
Yes, it is. Do you come here often?
Oh, yes, quite often. Bruce entertains a lot, and he likes to have me around.
I can understand that. I hope you won't think I'm getting too personal, but are you related to Lane?
No, he's just my boss.
Oh. Have you worked for him long?
Off and on for the last few years.
Sort of off again, on again, eh?
Gone again, Finnegan.
I bet you meet a lot of uninteresting people.
Fishing.
Oh, no. Present company, you know.
Yes, I meet a lot of people. One week it's a broker, the next week a banker, then possibly even a congressman. But it's better than singing your lungs out in a smoky nightclub, which I've tried.
Really?
Or pounding a typewriter, which I've also tried.
Go on.
But enough about me. What about you? Imagine you find it pretty dull here after California. All the sunshine and orange blossoms and glamour girls.
Now who's fishing?
Your move, Mr. Gregory.
Yes, and you've got me in a tough spot.
Yes, I think so.
Have you decided to accept Dr. Haskell's proposition?
I don't know. I kind of think so. Say, tell me something about this fellow Haskell. Where's he from? Have you known him very long?
No, just through Mr. Lane. He's one of his clients.
Oh. What's the doctor stand for? Law, philosophy, medicine, or what?
No, he is a physician, but he's more interested in aviation.
I noticed that. Seems to know more about planes than I do.
Oh, that's a fine thing for a plane manufacturer to say.
Well, I may not be one much longer.
When the papers are all signed, I suppose you'll dash right back to California?
No, not right away. I'm beginning to like Washington.
Yes, it does have its pleasant moments, doesn't it?
If it wouldn't be considered an impertinence, sir, might I say something?
Yes, what's on your mind, Hop?
As a child, sir, I remember writing in my copybook until my fingers fairly ached. Birds of a feather flock together.
Uh-huh. Well?
I'm afraid my approach is a little awkward, sir, but this gentleman with whom you're transacting business, this, Mr.
You mean, Mr. Edmonds, Hop?
Exactly, sir. You know, sir, when a gentleman's gentleman is not a gentleman, I become a little skeptical of the gentleman himself.
Did you find out anything? I mean about Lane and Haskell.
I spotted it when I first came in and disconnected it. Nice fellow, Lane. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go downstairs and really go to work. Oh, hello, Doctor. Couldn't you get to sleep either?
No. I just came down for a cigar.
Oh. Well, this looks dull enough to put me right to sleep. Good night, Doctor.
All right.
Hope you get to sleep soon, too.
Thank you.
Sir?
Yes, Hobbs, please. Oh, good morning, Doctor.
Morning.
Sleep well?
No, can't say I did. As a matter of fact, I didn't close my eyes until after 3.
Oh, it's too bad.
Nothing unusual, and I have something important on my mind.
Would you have a grapefruit, sir?
Yes, please.
Very good, sir.
Where is everybody?
Well, Gregory hasn't come down yet. Rita and Edmonds have been out horseback riding since about 6. That Rita. She doesn't miss a trick.
Well, when are we going to get down to business with these fellows?
Oh, in a few days.
Few days? Why wait that long? I've got a couple of very important appointments next week, and I've got to settle this before then.
Now, Doctor, please don't be impatient. Just relax. This is an old routine with me, and I've never seen it fail. 2 or 3 days with Rita, and all we'll have to do is put a pen in Edmund's hand.
Well,
Hello, folks.
Hello.
hello.
Am I hungry? How about you?
Oh, 4 or 5 eggs will do for me.
sometimes I wonder whether you came to Washington on business or pleasure.
Well, don't worry your pretty little head about that. How about lunch tomorrow?
No can do. This little gal's got to get some sleep.
Oh, so you can't take it, eh?
Well, I used to think I could, but this merry-go-round's getting me dizzy.
All right, catch up when you sleep. How about dinner?
Well, if I'm awake.
I'll call for you at 7. Pleasant dreams.
What's this I hear about Gregory going to New York?
Oh, he mentioned something about some shipment of material that was delayed.
What does that do to us?
Nothing at all. He gave Edmonds a power of attorney.
So, then what's the stalling for? I think he's giving us the runaround.
Oh, why do you say that?
Well, now look. It's been a week since he landed here. At the last, we never had a minute of his time. We are in town 2 days and we haven't even been able to get together. It begins to look phony to me.
Doc, I wish you wouldn't be an old woman. Anyone would think this is the first deal you were ever mixed up in.
So wait a minute. There is something you don't know. At the lodge, I walked in on Edmonds in your den at 2 o'clock in the morning. When I opened the door, he was very innocently selecting a book. He said he couldn't sleep. There is no telling how much trawling he did while he was there.
You know, Doc, you and Hobbs, you'd make a great pair. He was suspicious of it because he didn't like his gentleman's gentleman.
You can think what you want. I'm going to play safe and have a little investigating done.
Now, wait a minute. I wouldn't do that if I were you. If you're really worried, I'll try to induce Rita to give his rooms a thorough going over. I've never asked her to do anything like this before, but I think she'd do it for me.
Yes, Mr. Lane.
Telephone Miss Bennett to come right over here.
Mr. Edmonds in?
Why, no, Miss Bennett. You just missed him. He said he'd be back soon. Was he expecting you?
No, I just happened to be in the neighborhood. Guess I'll wait.
Sure. Make yourself at home. Here, have a magazine. Is there anything you want? Can I fix you a drink?
No, thank you. I have a slight headache.
Oh, it's too bad. Want something for it?
What have you got?
I don't know. I'll go see. About the only thing we got are these pills. The boss takes them for everything. Want one?
Oh, no, thank you. I think I'd rather have a bromo seltzer.
Well, I'll run down and get you some.
Would you please?
Sure, no trouble at all. Back in a jiffy.
Well, look who's here. Thought you were catching up in your sleep.
Well, I intended to, but here I am.
Oh, swell. That calls for celebration. Chuck!
We've gone to get me a bromo seltzer. I've got a little headache.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Yes.
I've been trying to locate Rita all over town. Is she there by any chance?
Yes, she's here.
I thought so.
It's for you.
Now, who could know that... Oh, yes, I did mention that I might drop in here. Hello? Yes?
Find anything?
Not a thing.
She had a good chance to look.
Just a few minutes.
She hasn't found anything. She didn't get much chance to look.
That settles it. We have to do something.
Well, get them out of there. We're sending over a couple of the boys.
In about half an hour? All right, goodbye. Isn't that just my luck?
What's the matter?
Oh, he wants me to buy a piece of jewelry for some new client's wife, and I don't feel like driving clear across town.
Oh, that's essential. Have Chuck take you.
Well, you sure you don't need him?
No, I've only got to go to the post office.
Oh, well, in that case, we'll drop you off on the way back.
That suits me.
I'm an old woman, am I? And I don't know what I'm talking about.
He certainly had me fooled.
You wouldn't listen to me. From now on, it's going to be done my way.
Well, I don't see the need of doing anything in a hurry.
You don't,
No, I don't. It's a good safe bet that he doesn't know yet that we found out who he is.
How long do you think it's going to be until he misses that fire?
I'll have it back there before he does.
But that still doesn't take him off our trail. As far as I can see, there is only one thing to do.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute. Now, let's analyze this and be calm. He's working for the government. We know that. But it's still a question whether he has enough evidence to implicate us in anything.
Do I look like a fellow who would gamble on a thing like that? No, Lane, no. That means his little masquerade is over. For good.
Hey, Chuck,
Yes, Cap?
did you take the file was in here?
No. You know I never touch your stuff.
It was here this morning. Somebody's been through this place.
That ain't possible. This joint ain't been alone all day. There's always been one of us here.
Yeah? We both just came back from a ride, didn't we?
So we did.
Yeah. So we did.
You don't think Rita had something to do with this, do you?
I don't know. She got us out of here, didn't she? She may be playing a bigger part than we thought. Sending you for the bromo seltzer, phone call from Lane, the ride. It all adds up. I wonder if she's been playing me for a chump.
Gee, I'd have bet my last buck she was on the level.
Yeah, so would I until now. But this is as plain as the nose in your face, and very neatly done, too. Match me. She and Lane are probably having a good laugh right now.
Kind of puts you in the spot, don't it? Them knowing you're a federal man.
Well, I don't imagine it's going to help very much.
Does that mean we'll be heading back to California?
Nope. No, not yet. I'll have to stick around a while and wait for their next move.
All right, then. All right, then. That's settled. That's settled. Let's not quibble about how it is to be done. I'll take care of it.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. I will not be a party to a murder.
Wouldn't it be smart if you just sat back and let him kill himself?
What are you getting at?
You remember those sodium magnesium salicylate pills that Mr. Edmonds, I mean Captain Madison, is always taking for his indigestion?
Mm-hmm.
I can very easily duplicate one of them that will cure him permanently. All you have to do is arrange a little dinner party.
Now, let me see. Let me figure this thing out. There are only two things they can do. Call that Gregory deal off and make themselves scarce. I'll take a chance on pulling a fast move right away. Good boy. I get it. Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Lane. What's that? Tonight? Well, sure I can. Yeah, I'll be there. Goodbye, Lane. I'm invited out to dinner.
Mr. Edmonds, I'm afraid I have a little bad news for you.
Yes?
Suppose you tell him, Haskell.
Well, as far as I am concerned, our deal is practically cold.
Oh, that's too bad. What happened to make you change your mind?
Frankly, I have decided to put my money into something else which promises greater and quicker returns.
Well, of course, that's your privilege. After all, if the other proposition looks better, I don't blame you.
Would you mind if I took one of those?
No. Help yourself.
Thank you.
This is a great disappointment to me, too, Mr. Edmonds. I've enjoyed meeting you and Mr. Gregory very much, and I really feel that your proposition has a great deal of merit. Now, when he comes back to town, if you have no objection, I'd like to get together with you again. Through my contacts, I may be able to work out a deal with someone else.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I think I can speak for Mr. Gregory as well as myself when I say that we've enjoyed meeting you and Dr. Haskell.
Thank you very much.
To say nothing of the little lady on my right.
Does that mean that you'll be going right back to California, Bob?
Well, I might just as well. Don't seem to have done myself very much good by coming on in the first place.
I hate to break up this party, but I have a train to make in the morning. So if you don't mind...
Certainly, Doctor. We're all going anyway. With it.
Will I be seeing you again before you go back to California, Bob?
Haven't I taken up enough of your time already?
I've enjoyed every minute of it. Honestly. Oh, I admit it started off as just another assignment, but somehow you just can't explain those things. Now, before I burst out crying, bye, Bob.
Gee, you're home early, ain't you, Cap?
Yeah.
What happened? I said, what happened?
Oh, the Gregory deal is off, and Haskell's ducking out of town in the morning, or so he said.
Well, that's what you figured, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I had Rita figured out right, too.
Yeah?
You should have seen the touching goodbye. Betty Davis couldn't have done it any better. Hey, Chuck.
Yeah?
I thought...
Huh? Who said I was out?
Well, what?
No.
Don't tell me they put it back while you were here.
Well, to tell you the truth, the Norwegian called me. We just went around the corner for 4 or 5 beers. Wasn't gone 10 minutes.
Oh, you ain't mad at me, are you, Cap?
You and your Norwegian.
Yes?
Miss Bennett is here.
Oh, send her in. Hello, Rita.
Morning, Bruce.
Sit down. Rita, I want you to get out of town for about a month.
Why? What's happened?
Robert Edmonds is Captain James Madison of the Intelligence Department, and we've been playing right into his hands.
Well, Bruce, what do you mean? Is there something crooked about this Gregory deal?
Well, there may be a few angles to it that wouldn't stand too close an investigation.
Well, but I haven't done...
Oh, as far as you're concerned, you've been playing a perfectly innocent part. Of course, it could be misinterpreted.
In other words, you're trying to tell me it may be Atlanta for all of us.
Oh, I don't think it'll ever go quite that far. It's entirely possible that we found him out in time. And if we're careful and do nothing for a couple of weeks, it may work itself out.
And what do you think he'll be doing all this time?
He'll be taking his indigestion pills. And I don't think he'll ever finish the bottle.
Clever. Very clever. You always have an ace up your sleeve, don't you? The two gentlemen in Baltimore, have they anything to do with this?
Yes. But Dr. Haskell has gone there to warn them.
Perfect. Well, I guess I'd better get started.
Yes.
Bye.
Oh, let me know where you are in case I need you.
What a sucker you could have made out of Sherlock Holmes. Are you ringing them? Well, I'm sure there's someone there. Are you ringing the right number? Yes, that's it. We'll try again.
Do you think we bought enough stuff, Ox?
Sure, what do you think we're feeding a regiment?
Well, that Norwegian eats as much as 4 guys. Gee, there's our phone.
If that's your boss, we bought all this stuff for nothing.
No, it's not him. I told you he won't be back for a week.
Mr. Robert Edmonds' residence. Hello? 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 They hung up. Couldn't have been very important. Come on, let's make them sandwiches.
Oh, quick, someone get an ambulance. Oh, girl, it's hurt. Oh,
Bob. Come on, Bob. In the bottoms.
Oh, Doctor.
Hello, Bruce.
I got your message. How is she?
Just a slight concussion. Nothing serious. She'll be all right.
Well, you spare no expense.
I understand. You may go in now if you like.
Oh, thank you.
Bob, please be careful.
Who is this Bob she's calling for? Do you know him?
Yes, I think I do.
Bob, there's poison in the bottle. Got to warn him. I've got to warn him.
She evidently thinks he's in danger or something.
I can't conceive of anyone wanting to poison him. However, I'll call him and warn him if you think it necessary.
Well, there may be nothing to it, but if there is, he'll understand.
Yes, I'll do it right away. You let me know, Doctor, the moment she regains consciousness.
You were run down by a truck 3 days ago, and...
3 days ago?
Yes, and you've been delirious ever since.
Oh, I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
No.
But
You're in no condition to go anywhere.
I've got to warn somebody.
There now. Don't you worry about Bob.
Is he all right?
Yes. Mr. Lane was here the other day.
Mr. Lane?
Yes, while you were delirious. He promised that he would phone him. Now, you stay quiet, and I'll tell Mr. Lane you're all right. He's been very worried about you. Oh, Miss Borg. I want 212 prepared for surgery right away.
Yeah.
Samaritan Hospital calling.
All right, put them on. Hello, Doctor. How is she? What? Well, how long ago? I thought I told you... Well, never mind, Doctor. I think I know where she is.
Boy, that Norwegian kills me. What a sense of humor. Will you stop jumping every time that buzzer buzzes? I told you the boss won't be back for a week.
Where's Bob?
He's out of town.
Where?
I don't know.
Baltimore?
Who told you? How do you know?
Never mind how I know. What hotel is he at? I've got to get in touch with him immediately.
You ain't getting any information out of me.
This is a matter of life and death. I've got to stop him from taking those pills.
Pull yourself together. He's been taking that stuff for years.
Listen, you big lunkhead, get this through that thick skull of yours. Lane and Haskell know that Bob is a government man. They're trying to kill him. There's a poison pill in that bottle.
Poison?
Yes.
This ain't another one of your tricks, is it?
No, Chuck, no, I swear.
All right. Hello. Give me the Cameron Hotel in Baltimore. No, the Cameron Hotel. Yeah. Snap it up, will you?
Now, Butch, you've got it straight, haven't you? All right, you keep it there. I'll be right over. Now, you step on it.
You look wobbly. Why don't you sit down?
What takes them so long to answer?
Hello, Cameron Hotel? I want to talk to James Madison. He did. She said he went out 10 minutes ago.
Let me talk to them. Hello? Hello, now get this straight. It's very important. Give him this message as soon as he comes in. Tell him not to take any more of his indigestion tablets. And to telephone Chuck immediately. That's right. Yes, he'll know.
You sit down.
Is Miss Bennett here?
Yeah, why?
Miss Bennett, Mr. Lane wants to see you right away.
Oh, Oxy!
Yeah?
Oh, you can come out now.
Thanks, Chuck.
Oh, that's all right. Nothing at all. Looks like our busy day. Well, Mr. Lane.
Is Miss Bennett here?
Yeah, come on in.
Thanks. Well, Rita, you shouldn't have left the hospital.
This one is mine.
Chuck, don't! What did you want to do that for? He's the only one that can lead us to Haskell, and that's where we'll find Bob.
Gee, I never thought of that. Hey, you. Hey, where's that Haskell guy?
I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea.
Now look here, Bruce. You've gotten away with a lot of things, but this is the first time you've ever been involved in a murder. You know where Dr. Haskell is. Now, if you're smart, you'll lead us to him and hope we get there before it's too late.
Come on, you better start talking. Come on.
All right. You
Come on, now get out here.
Wait for me around the corner. Are the others here?
Yes, sir.
You know something? I can't get over it. Cap thought you was paid him for a chump.
I was at first. It was my job.
Looks like I'm the one that turned out to be the chump.
You are to get mixed up in a thing like this.
Hey, Chuck, I used to know a couple of swell waitresses in Baltimore.
Keep to the right after you cross the bridge.
Okay.
Chuck, can't you go any faster?
Lady, I got it down to the floorboard now.
Flanagan there, I can't see without me glasses.
If you want to know what's going on in there, I'll take you in. Go on in. In? In.
Well, what is the meaning of this?
Who is this man? I don't know, sir. I found him listening at the door.
Gentlemen, I want you to meet Captain Madison of the Intelligence Bureau. Come in, Captain. I didn't think we ever meet again.
Really?
Yes, really. Search him.
Here we are. All right, Bruce, which way?
Turn to your left at the first stoplight.
You got that, Chuck?
Yeah.
How much farther is it?
Oh, 10 or 12 blocks.
I wonder if that name was Brady.
That's all, sir.
All right.
A very unfortunate situation, Captain. But I'm sure you can appreciate our position. It is not the first time that we're obliged to deal with members of your department.
Not by any chance referring to Higgins, Rice, and Watkins, are you?
My memory is so poor for names. Tomorrow, I will forget yours.
Mr. Edmonds? Pardon me. I mean, Captain Madison. You are very clever.
Thank you, Dr. Haskell. Pardon me, I mean Otto Lieberman. But evidently not clever enough.
What are we going to do with him? We must get him out of here.
So sorry to have lost my temper.
You're sorry.
My apology. Good luck.
Boy, am I glad to see you. How'd you know where to find me?
Oh, it's a long story, Cap. Let Rita tell you.
Bob, where are those pills? There's poison in them.
Boys?
Yes, where are they?
Oh, they're over here. They are? You stay here, Chuck. Keep your eye on those guys.
Okay, Cap.
Thank you. Oh, Bob. I mean, Jim.
Sandwiches ain't bad, are they?
No, they're all right.
Hey, did I hear you say you knew a couple of swell waitresses in Baltimore?
Yeah, but they must be in the other book.